World Wrestling Federation, or WWF, was massive. In the 1980s, it truly exploded. It became more than just wrestling matches. It became a significant part of popular culture. Many people across the nation watched. Children and adults were equally captivated. The WWF brought a new kind of entertainment. This era changed how people saw wrestling forever. It was a bold and exciting time for the company. Hulk Hogan was the biggest star. He was a true American hero. His famous phrase was, "Hulkamania is running wild." Hogan had incredible charisma. He told kids to train, say prayers, and eat vitamins. He was a role model for many young fans. His matches were always major events. He helped make wrestling incredibly popular. His influence was truly undeniable and far-reaching. Saturday morning wrestling was a ritual. Shows like WWF Superstars were very popular. Families would gather to watch together. These shows introduced fans to new wrestlers. They also built up big upcoming matches. It was appointment television for many households. The bright colors and exciting action were key. These programs were essential to the WWF's growth. They made heroes and villains household names. WrestleMania was a game changer. It was the WWF Super Bowl event. The first WrestleMania happened in 1985. It mixed wrestling with big celebrities. This helped attract mainstream media attention. WrestleMania became an annual spectacle. Each year, it seemed to get bigger and better. It cemented the WWF's place in entertainment history. This event proved wrestling could be grand. The golden era was full of colorful characters. Wrestlers had very distinct personalities. There was the Macho Man, Randy Savage. He was flamboyant and intense. The Ultimate Warrior was energetic and wild. Andre the Giant was a true spectacle. These characters were larger than life. They captured the imaginations of fans everywhere. Each wrestler had a unique story and style. This made the shows very engaging. Celebrity involvement was very important. Mr. T was in the main event of WrestleMania 1. Cyndi Lauper managed Wendy Richter. This brought wrestling to a new audience. It made the WWF feel like a big deal. Celebrities added glamour and excitement. Their presence helped legitimize wrestling in many eyes. This crossover appeal was a smart strategy. It made headlines and drew in casual viewers. In the early 1990s, things began to shift. There was more focus on in-ring athleticism. Wrestlers were still cartoonish and over the top, but technical skill became more noticeable. Characters like Doink the Clown appeared. Yet stars like Bret Hitman Hart also rose. He was known for his wrestling ability. This was a period of transition for the WWF. The style was slowly evolving. A new generation of stars emerged. Bret Hart was a key figure. Shawn Michaels also became a top performer. These wrestlers were often smaller. They relied more on speed and skill. They offered a different style of wrestling. This new crop of talent carried the WWF. They faced new challenges and competition. The company continued to adapt to changing tastes. The mid-1990s brought big changes. Competition from World Championship Wrestling, WCW, grew fierce. The WWF needed to evolve again. The old formula was becoming stale. Fans started wanting something different. The bright colors began to fade slightly. A new, edgier approach was needed. This led to a dramatic transformation. The company took more risks with its content. The WWF shifted to more adult content. This was the start of the Attitude Era. Storylines became more controversial and realistic. The characters became more complex. They were less black and white, good versus evil. There was more violence and edgier language. This appealed to an older demographic. It was a stark contrast to the golden era. The product felt more dangerous and unpredictable. The Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Mr. McMahon feud was huge. Austin was a beer-drinking anti-hero. Mr. McMahon was the evil corporate boss. Their rivalry captivated millions of fans. It was the defining storyline of the Attitude Era. Austin represented the common man fighting authority. This resonated deeply with the audience. Their segments were always must-see television. Other iconic wrestlers defined this era. The Rock became the most electrifying man in sports entertainment. His charisma was off the charts. Triple H and his group D-Generation X pushed boundaries. Mankind, Mick Foley, was known for his hardcore style. These stars created unforgettable moments weekly. They helped the WWF win the ratings war. Their personalities were a key to success. The Monday Night Wars were intense. WWF's Raw is War battled WCW's Nitro. They competed head-to-head every Monday night. This pushed both companies to be creative. They constantly tried to outdo each other. The fans were the real winners. They got exciting television every week. The competition elevated wrestling's profile significantly. It was a wild time in the industry. The WWF's influence on pop culture was massive. Catchphrases like Austin 3:16 were everywhere. Can you smell what The Rock is cooking became famous. Merchandise flew off the shelves. T-shirts, action figures, and video games were huge sellers. The wrestlers were mainstream celebrities. Their faces appeared on all sorts of products. The WWF was a true pop culture phenomenon. Wrestling became a global talking point. It was not just for hardcore fans anymore. People who didn't usually watch wrestling knew the big stars. They talked about the major storylines. The WWF's reach extended far beyond the arena. It was discussed in schools, workplaces, and media. This period saw wrestling reach unprecedented heights. It was an integral part of the late 90s zeitgeist. The Golden Era and Attitude Era left a lasting legacy. They shaped modern professional wrestling. Many current stars were inspired by Hogan, Austin, or The Rock. These eras showed how wrestling could capture imaginations. They proved it could be a major entertainment force. The WWF's impact during these decades is still felt today. It created memories for millions of fans worldwide.